Welcome back to the floor of the CME Group here in Chicago. I'm Killer from Treasury Curve. Treasury Curve's institutional money market portal. We assist firms in their overnight cash management. Tuesday, January 11th. Pretty quiet session yesterday. However, the Eurozone, which I've been alluding to for quite some time now, is heating up. Some tensions were rising in Portugal. Overnight, we had the ECB intervene. Very interesting. ECB, they saw that 10-year Portuguese bond go above 7%, up to like 7.18. They came in and bought it, brought it back down to 6.93. As soon as they exited the market, it flew back up to about 7.12. So interesting to see the day before, this big auction tomorrow, what's going to happen over in the Eurozone. And as much as people are talking about Portugal, the big deal is Spain. And, we talk about this, if this auction goes off well, 7%, that's just not sustainable. And I think if the reality of this is that there's going to be a bailout. And sometimes reality, gets diminished a little bit. And I think what's going on right now in this market, especially in the Eurozone, the patient has been prescribed too much Vicodin. And I think the Vicodin is making everyone numb to the fact that there needs to be a bailout. Behind the scenes, the EU is talking about increasing the bailout. Right now it's 440 million, I believe, pounds. They're talking about increasing that. They have to take it way up a notch. So I think this Vicodin is making everyone numb and convoluting the reality of the situation. They need to be addressed. They need to get on top of it. They need to do it now, especially with Spain right around the corner. Just ask Brett Favre. Prescriptions of Vicodin run out. Right, Brett? So you tell me what you think about this. Get me at the Killer on my Twitter here, or comment on this video. I wanted to drill down a little bit here, because if there's more pain to come here, I get nervous. I don't want to see that much pain come over to the domestic side, because we have our own situation with bond issuance today. So let's drill down and talk about this Treasury. We've seen a little bit of a sell-off here today. Kind of feels like I've read this book before. If you remember the last 3-year auction, they came in and crushed that market prior to, and guess what? It was a bad market. So time will tell here shortly how the auction goes today. We have another auction tomorrow, another auction Thursday. 3 big bond issuance by the Fed today. So we will see, this week. The S&P. The bulls are not quitting. It's as simple as that. This market has been going up, up, and up, and they will not throw in the towel. Yesterday we had a test down to 1258. I've been talking about that 1255 level for quite some time as being a good kind of support, and the bulls don't even think about sweating until they get underneath it. Well, guess what, folks? They went down to 1258, rallied them back up. So here we are today. Pretty muted session yesterday, but overnight we're looking at 1264 is the low. Currently 1273.75 has been the overnight. I think we're lock in step watching crude oil. Crude oil, we talked about this a few weeks ago. At what price does oil become bad for the market? Well, guess what, folks? It's up $2 today. So we'll see if there is a disconnect coming currently. Lock in step. NASDAQ made another new high. Remarkable. The NASDAQ is up 10% since December 1st. 2% this month. Up from July, it's up 35%. The NASDAQ is on fuego. So look out. But we did see some big paper buying this morning. You notice on that in the E-mini contract here traded at the CME Group. You saw that paper buying. As soon as those orders got filled, they slammed it and brought it back down underneath 90. So interesting to see how the day shakes out, the week shakes out. We do have some interesting information with CPI, PPI, and how that'll be affected. The euro currency, the whip is out. People are just whipping around. We made a new low overnight of 128.98, bounced back up to 129.89. That 200-day is coming in. I like to look at the 200-day. It's coming at 130.52. I think tomorrow's going to dictate where the euro currency goes. Everyone is looking to see, will it be resolved? Will it grow? Will it, exponentially get worse? So we will see how this all works out for the euro currency. But be mindful, because it feels like if it's under that 200-day average, it wants to test new lows like they did last week. I'm the Killer. Remember, the one thing this week is very important: be the hammer, not the nail.